KLK 102.5 FM. Gonna do a special evening community conversations. And of course, you see my queen. You see my queen right behind me. That's right. She looking down on me with that big old smile. Just only as Q can look down, but it's all good. But wait, my guest is going to be joining me today, Jeremy Brown, for all of those from the Helena-West Helena. Also known as DJ Novastar. He's actually going to be DJing tonight at the Brick House and also tomorrow night as well. But the reason why we're bringing him on Community Conversations tonight is he has a very unique story that we want to share with everyone out there. So for those of you that may or may not know, I used to do a little bit of photography back in the day. I'm no Andrew Daly or James Bickham, but I can do a little something. But I actually was his first photographer when he wanted to get into modeling. And he had hit me up, and he was also doing work at the radio station in Helena, and he went to LA, and he's just done great things. So, but I can't tell you everything. You have to stick around to get the full story. So he'll be joining us in the studio very shortly. So stand by. Alright, so I'm back. So I got a little surprise which I'm going to hit him with. But I'm going to go ahead and get it pulled up. I would show, but you know, he might actually be watching this live stream on his way to the studio. So, but, so, don't want to spoil it. Go ahead and share this video. How's everybody doing tonight? All right, so how's everybody doing tonight? Everybody having a good time tonight? Hopefully so. About almost 2 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock on your Friday. And of course, you know, getting ready to go into Kale's Night Spot. You already know how we hook up that back in the days hip hop that only we can't do. So you definitely gotta stay tuned for that. Is going down. Of course, once again, as you see, got my queen, Quabila, in the background looking down on me, looking down on us as we broadcast each and every day. Let's see, shout out to whoever dropping them hearts there. Shout out to you. Yeah, once again, our guest will be here very shortly. I just went ahead and start live. Go ahead and get that out the way, of course. Here, our First National Bank idea. Of course, I was going to show love to First National Bank because of their generosity. We are able to broadcast at the length and the distance that we are able to broadcast. So again, I got DJ Novastar. We're going to talk about his career tonight. He's going to be DJing tonight at Brick House and tomorrow night. So, looking forward to a party? You don't have anything to do tonight? Make your way down to the Brick House. Tell me, boy, Kato sent you. Have some fun with a Parliament guy.
From Feature Story News in Washington, I'm
like I said, I got a little surprise waiting for him.
Over Ukraine are growing after
I can't tell you what it is just because, you know, he is somebody that may know him, may be watching. So. But we're going to capture his reaction when he walks into the studio and see the surprise that I pulled up. So,
thousands of abortion opponents
it is going down,
the
y'all.
streets of Washington for the first March for Life rally since Roe versus Wade was struck down.
It's 6:04. KLEK LP Jonesboro. The voice of
All right,
Arkansas
so
Minority Advocacy
I'm gonna have to get ready to bloviate for a bit
Now
because
time
the ID is played. The old, we brought back the old intro, the intro that me and Q did.
Third place.
So I'm gonna bloviate for a bit while our guest gets here.
The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
KLK 102.5 FM. Good evening to you on your Friday. It's January 20th, 2023. This is Community Conversations. Kevin Winter is here in the studio with you, and for those watching on our Facebook Live, yes, I've got the picture of our Queen Quabila. She's looking down at me as she looks down on us every single day, which we broadcast symbolically in the studio and, of course, literally from heaven. And, of course, got a very special guest that's coming to the studio. He is on his way to the studio now. Jeremy Brown, also known as DJ Novastar. He's going to be performing live at the Brick House tonight and tomorrow night for all of my party goers out there. But we're bringing him on to the show because Jeremy and myself, we have a history together, being both from Helena-West Helena, Arkansas. And, you know, our careers, you could kind of say, are somewhat intertwined, but I'm not going to get into the full story. I don't want to spoil it. I want to have something to talk about. And, of course, for those watching on Facebook Live, I got a little surprise set up in the studio. So as soon as he walks in the door, he's going to actually see the surprise. And we will talk about it on the show. So kind of let you know some things that are going down while we're waiting for our guests to come with here in KLEK. And let's just go ahead and go to the Facebook shots. My girl Angela Artist saying, sending love, tuning in tonight. We appreciate you for tuning in. And again, we got that classic hip hop coming right after we end the show tonight. So you definitely want to make sure that you tune in. So I'm going to read this community announcement because after all, we are in the community, involved in the community. There's going to be a commodity distribution at Craighead County. That's going to be February 1st, starting at 9 a.m. to 12 o'clock noon until all the food is gone. It will be a drive-through distribution at Parker Park Community Center, 1522 North Church Street in Jonesboro, and the Caraway Housing Authority, 325 Missouri Street in Caraway, Arkansas. Food will be distributed on a first-come, first-served basis. They are both USDA food, distribution sites, and of course, gotta say the legal part is they are equal opportunity employers. So I'm gonna check my little box of community announcement, just kind of let you know some of the things that are going on in and around Northeast Arkansas in which you, the community, would need to be aware of. So let's wait for our guests to arrive in the studio so everybody stand by. And again, shout out to everyone out there that is listening to us tonight. We definitely appreciate each and every one of you. Okay, so you tune in to KLK tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock a.m. You're going to notice a little something different. We are bringing back one of our old favorite shows, New Jack Radio. New Jack Radio used to be on Thursdays at KLK from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., but we're going to bring it to Saturday mornings from 10 o'clock noon to 12. Now, we're not totally getting rid of the blues. We're still going to have the blues from 5 a.m. until 10 a.m., but New Jack Radio, it's basically all that New Jack 90s hip-hop and R&B that you just love. And of course, my guy DJ Cass, he's going to break it down for you, talking with the artists that sung the songs. Get a little bit of history behind each of the artists and each of the songs, because why? That's what we do here at KLK. We educate, we entertain, and we empower. So let's move on. Tuesday. So this is for all of my sisters out there, all of my beautiful black sisters that are currently business owners. If you are a black woman and you are a business owner, you've been in business for up to 1 year, Over a Cup, and of course that's headed by my good friend and sister, Shanquetta Cunningham. They are actually having a kickoff for the LEAP program, and that's going to be Tuesday, January 24th at 6 p.m. at City Hall. Of course, Jonesboro Mayor Harold Copenhaver will be there. And of course, the LEAP program, it is a program in which black women entrepreneurs will get networking. They will get resources to help them grow their business. And at the end of the 10-week program, they will have an opportunity to pitch to get some funding. So I do believe the cohort for this cycle is closed. But if you want to get in on the next one, then my girl Shanquetta Cunningham has all the information. And of course, she can be found on Facebook. Just look up Over a Cup. Again, that's Over a Cup. All right, so definitely be on the lookout for more details about that. And my phone is freezing. Let me kind of shut down some of these windows. I need to update this mug too, but you know how that goes. It is all good. This is Community Conversations. We are still waiting on our guest to arrive in the studio. I hope he did not get lost, because I can tell you, if you put in 1411 Franklin Street on your GPS, it's not going to take you exactly to the studio. It's going to take you across the street. It may take you to the Chamber of Commerce. So I tell people, when you get on the Franklin Street, just look for the radio tower. But girl Chelsea Chapman says, yes, I love that. Shout out to Chelsea, checking in all the way from St. Louis, Missouri. Chelsea used to actually be here in Jonesboro, but now she's making her home in the STL. But mad love to you, girl. All right, let's get back to our community announcement folder. I'm going to have to open it back up because my phone had froze up on me. But it is all good, everybody. Definitely appreciate each and every one of you for checking in tonight. It's a little chilly outside. It's about 43 degrees here in Jonesboro. So if you're out and about tonight, make sure that you are bundled up. And of course, if you need something to do, the Brick House is the spot. My guy DJ Novastar is going to be on the ones and twos, and we're just waiting for him to arrive in the studio. So I apologize, y'all. I had to reopen all of my stuff to get into my community announcement folder, and now having trouble pulling up. Okay, all right, here we go. So let's see, what do we have here? Okay, here's one. This is actually going down tomorrow. So I mentioned about the Over a Cup thing for the ladies. Well, fellas, this one is for you. Dress for Life presents the King's Court, a night of men and prayer, praise, and worship. And that's going to be tomorrow at 6 o'clock p.m. in the Ring Center Auditorium. And it is a night of men building up men, mental, physical, spiritual, and financial. And that is being put on by the Arkansas State University Multicultural Center. Ian Buchanan is the contact information on that. Once again, Dress for Life presents the King's Court. Of course, Dress for Life is an organization that helps to mentor young men, especially with helping them to dress professionally, teaching them how to wear a suit, get your suits tailored, how to tie a tie, how to conduct yourself as a professional young man. So definitely something to check out that's going down tomorrow. Save the date, save the date, save the date. Juneteenth 2023. It's going down Jonesboro. June 15th through the 19th. Of course, we're going to bring back the fireworks display, the community fair, the community parade, and the community worship service. And we got a few other things that you just never know what we might hit you with. But mark calendars June 15th through June 19th. Juneteenth in Jonesboro 2022. We got that website, JuneteenthinJonesboro.com. Of course, right now, if you go to JuneteenthinJonesboro.com, it takes you to the KLEK website. But there will be a special website for Juneteenth in Jonesboro 2023 coming soon. All right, Center Stage Productions presents Once on This Island. This is a play for us that is directed by my good friend and fraternity brother, Quentin Sanders. You may have seen him in several plays being put on by Center Stage Production. That's going to be February 17th through the 18th at 7 o'clock p.m. and February 19th, 2 o'clock p.m. at the ASU Pavilion. And tickets are at arkcsp.org. Of course, they are a nonprofit organization. So, of course, we're getting into Black History Month, so this is a play that will celebrate Black culture that is being put on by my guy, Quentin Sanders. And again, the name of this play is Once on This Island, and it's going to be February 17th and 18th, 7 o'clock p.m. and February 19th, 2 o'clock p.m. at the Arkansas State University Pavilion. And of course, those tickets are available at arkcsp.org. Sunday, 2 o'clock p.m., we will be doing a special edition of Victory Praise Gospel from Unlimited Texas and More. That's actually in the Old Spanish Mall. 1000 South Caraway Road is right next to Pizza Hut. Of course, you know, they painted it white. They've got it looking all nice and pretty now. They are in Suite 105. Of course, we are getting into tax season. Of course, we got a lot of tax preparers. So I'm going to shout out all the tax preparers that support the KLK. So obviously, we got my brother Cobbs with Cool Cuts Taxes right over here. 1411 Franklin Street, Suite 4. And of course, what will be Sunday, Unlimited Taxes and More. We're going to be doing a live remote. We're going to be doing the show live there. Of course, have food available, giveaways, and of course, you'll get to meet me and of course some of the good people at Unlimited Taxes and More. We're going to be there from 2 o'clock p.m. until 4 o'clock p.m. That's this Sunday. Also got to shout out Mitchell Money Management, and which is owned by Beverly Riley. And she is a tax preparer with a master's degree who has won awards for her tax ability. So just shout out the people who support KLEK. Of course, this is tax season. In fact, they said, well, it kicks off this Monday, so it's going down. Of course, I don't know. Your boy Kato's not getting a big refund, so, you know, it's kind of like holidays. It's just another day to make, you know, Actually, last year I had to pay taxes, but it is all good. And looks like our guest is just texting me. So let me text him, come in. In fact, let me flip this over so I can catch this look on his face when he walked through the door. Once again, tune in to Community Conversation on KLK 102.5 FM, and we are just awaiting our guest, Jeremy Brown, to come inside the studio, a.k.a. DJ Novastar. Oh, looks like we're getting ready to go into a break, so this is actually perfect timing. We're back in just a little bit on the radio, but we're still on Facebook Live. Listening to Community Conversations on KLK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back. Okay. Come on in.
Hey, long time no see.
So I got a little surprise for you on the screen there. You remember that picture?
Yes.
So this is a picture from the very first photo shoot that I did of Jeremy. I actually got the whole photo shoot pulled up.
No way.
Yep. No, you're gonna sit right here on this one.
That was back in my skinny days.
Yeah. Hey, it's all good though. So we actually got like about a.
And now,
I thought we had a break, but no, this right here. Okay. All right, just so pull that mic up. So, all right, so we're back on Community Conversations on KLK 102.5 FM with our guest who is now in the studio, Jeremy Brown, also known as DJ Novastar. And so if you was watching on Facebook Live, yep, I hit him with the surprise. So, well, the picture from the very first photo shoot that we did. But the reason why we have him in the studio, besides the fact that he is going to be at Brick House tonight and tomorrow night, is but Jeremy and I go way back to our roots in Helena-West Helena. We both have radio backgrounds. Jeremy was program director at Delta Force 3 Radio Network, and he got into modeling, and he was able to parlay that experience into a very successful career as a model and as a stylist. And he has styled outfits for some of the most famous people in the world, the people that you listen to on this station. Well, he has actually designed outfits for them, and then he actually got into DJing, learned how to work the ones and twos, and he's also DJ parties for those celebrities as well. So Jeremy, just kind of you tell the story in your words. I've kind of given him a little bit of a heads up.
No, you did an excellent job. As far as my journey, of course, I started out with Force 3 radio. Back then, it was Force 2 transitioned into Force 3.
They didn't have the Mississippi station yet then.
Man, no. Shout out to Raymond Sims. Those were like some of the best days of my life. To be honest with you, like I could not imagine anything more. I was in high school, and you guys trained me like. I knew I had a love for music since junior high school, and I studied professionally, and you guys just kind of like took that to the next level and got me where I am right now.
Okay, so again, let's start. So bring it back to the radio. So obviously you served in the role as program director, and I remember even then you were, because you were in contact with these record labels and things. You took that and you parlayed that into an opportunity to move to the West Coast, where you got into modeling. So let's talk about, when you were sitting in that booth in Helena and you was having these conversations and you had these bigger dreams and how you was using your experience to help propel you to that next level.
To be honest, sitting in that booth, I was always inspired. No matter where you are in the world, like you always could find inspiration in anything. So growing up in Helena-West Helena, Arkansas, going to public school, I even went to private school, like just taking in like different elements from each community was amazing. And I knew for a fact, like since a kid, I knew like, okay, I'm not going to fit in here. This is not, what I want, the end all be all goal. So here it is now. I knew California was going to be the place I would move to. Been in New York. I definitely traveled multiple places, but LA is where it's at for me.
Okay, so let's talk about when you first got there. As you mentioned earlier when you saw the picture, skinny kid back then.
Man, what you said? I was probably like 100 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to look up the timestamp on that.
Man,
I think that was picture.
And of course, that tag on those jeans.
Okay, but that picture was like probably a good 20 years old. But let's get to obviously being a younger man, you are thousands of miles from small town Helena-West Helena. You went from Helena-West, for those that don't know, Helena-West Helena now is about like 9,000. I think by the time he left, we were maybe like 12 to 13. But anyway, still a far cry from millions. How did you feel out there? Did you feel afraid? You know, you're out, you know, you're basically gambling on yourself.
Oh, huge. Yes. I was always afraid. I'll be honest. I met Raven Simone through KCLT, Delta Force 3 at the time. Me, her mom, like we all became really, really close. Like every time she was in the area, we always spent time and hung out. She'll perform and things of that nature. So I hit up Lydia, which is her mom, and I was like, look, I'm serious about making this move. I'm getting ready to graduate college. Like, you know, I don't know where I'm going or what I'm doing, but I need guidance. And she was one of the first people to kind of like help me position. Not only that, Michael Maddox. I was actually going to modeling school, John Robert Powers in Memphis, Tennessee, and I met Michael Maddox. He was the best thing I've gotten from JRP. Make a long story short, he believed in me so much. He was the first one to be like, look, you need to, the time is now. You need to pick up everything. Once you graduate, walk across that stage, get that degree, and you need to move to LA, because everything in the modeling industry is about being youthful and young and timing. So before I know it, I picked up and I moved and I was out there. But yeah, to answer your question, yeah, it was extremely stressful. I didn't know, like at the time I wasn't drinking. You remember me, I was such a geek.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're looking on Facebook Live, you can kind of see, I mean, the man's not tatted up from head to toe. You know.
So the tattoos.
I mean, rocking the Coolio haircut.
I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, I believe in being different. That was one thing. This idea just popped in my head like literally 3 hours ago. It was just like, okay, I go in with braids down, or either I could switch it up. So here it is. Like that's the power of being creative. No matter where you are, what you do, like it just comes to you like so naturally.
Okay, and you definitely have been creative. And again, so for those just tuning in, we're speaking with Jeremy Brown, also known as DJ Novastar, who will be live on the ones and twos tonight at the Brick House, and also tomorrow night. We'll get to that a little bit toward the end of the show, but definitely want to talk about his inspiring story. And of course, I had mentioned that he started at 4th Street Radio, and of course we've been talking about the modeling, and I remember he approached me, and like I said, you know, I was kind of like a little budding photographer. I'm not no expert at it, but you know, it was kind of more of a hobbyist thing, and he hit me up, and I remember he came to my apartment, and we actually set up a backdrop, and I did some pictures, and he took those pictures I believe you took them to the modeling agency, and they brought you on. So, so if you're looking to intern here at KLK, I can help get you to that next level.
That's so true. Like, because of you, like you literally were one of the first photographers I ever shot with, and if I didn't take that leap of faith, and if, you know, timing wasn't right, you didn't work for KCLT at the time, like, who knows? Like, I probably wouldn't even pursued or even gotten to the point where I am now. So it's all about those building blocks and those power moves. Look at you now. Like, this is an amazing studio. Like, I'm so proud of you.
And I'm proud of you as well. And of course, I think the word that comes to mind is opportunity, which I said at Quibila's memorial. You know, just like Quibila, you have taken the opportunities that you've been given and you made the most of them. And you've even went as far to putting yourself literally in position to get them. So you're out in California. You're out here, you're modeling, and you're meeting more celebrities, kind of getting your name out there. So let's talk about that a little bit. And then how did that transition into the styling?
Okay, so back to what I was saying about just being a new kid on the block out there. LA is like big shark in one pond, and the pond is very small, especially when you're in the inner circles and everything. It's just like everybody knows everybody, from PR to radio, TV, like everything that makes this industry move, everybody knows everybody. So that was a huge blessing, but starting out, it wasn't like that for me. I literally had to work my way up, 13 years. I had to, put in that grind and that hustle. It was tough for me because of the simple fact, like I was saying, I didn't even drink or anything. I was such a geek back then. So now it's kind of like when I got into modeling, it was like all that pressure. Everybody, I did LA Fashion Week, like tons of other fashion shows. I was trained by JRP, but I didn't really, know. I wasn't prepared for that. So make a long story short, it was kind of like, okay, what can I do? Like, how can I get through this? So that's what it was for me.
So, how did you break through? And of course, I know those listening and watching, like, he said he worked with celebrities. Who are them celebrities are? So let's name drop right quick before we get to the story. Because let's name drop them A-listers you work with.
So to be honest, I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate that question. I really hate that question. But out of respect for you,
it's for the listeners. I mean, obviously.
Right. The reason why I hate that question is because the way that people view them, I don't view them. So you see like these big names, Lil Kim, this person, that person.
But even though I may not interact with pop culture celebrities, I can get it. It's the same thing with politicians and interviewing the governor and senators and congressmen, these people who are in these powerful positions. So I do get where you're coming from.
Right. Because I don't see them like that. Like we're literally in a drive-through, hanging out, or at home watching movies, laying in the same bed. Like it's that type of like relationship, that type of bond. So. Just to name a few, from Lil Kim to Rihanna, Soulja Boy, Lil Twist, Jeremy Meeks, which we're dropping some projects really soon, Broderick Hunter.
And hold up, I'm just going to say on that one. If you know, you know.
That's true. So true. I mean, you could find a whole entire list, all of that. I'm the type of person, I'm so like behind the scenes, low key, like I don't really do all that bragging, or name dropping, but you can find it on my website,
what's that website?
Jeremy'sImage.com.
And there's also Jeremy's Image on all social media. So,
yes.
Like I said, just for the listener out there,
or go to Style by Jeremy's Image. It's more organized. It's right there in your face. If you need a wardrobe stylist, hey, don't hesitate to hit me up. I know I work with a lot of A-listers and a lot of big name artists, but this year alone, like I'm really focusing on opening my brand up to more people. I guess you know how it is when you become so inclusive with like the people that you run in the same circle. So
and of course I get it. It's taking you back to the roots and keeping you grounded.
Oh yeah,
because when you're around famous people and millionaires, some people it changes them and not necessarily for the better. So it is important to center yourself and keep yourself grounded. By working with ordinary people, because at the end of the day, those are the people. If the ordinary people aren't supporting, then celebrities they don't have anything. So all right, so let's get back to your career. So how did you get necessarily into styling? Because you talked about your connection that got you in the modeling. So how did that transition into becoming a stylist?
So it transitioned again. Michael Maddox seemed fit for me to work in retail, just to kind of like build my bases. And at the time I needed a job. I was new in Los Angeles. I didn't know where to go or how to keep income coming in. The price of rent out there, you're spending like $3,000 a month. So it was just,
and that's for a studio,
man. Exactly. Thank you.
No, I'm not kidding.
No, that's true. But make a long story short, Michael introduced me to Cottrell Gotti, and Cottrell introduced me to a brand named Jorrich. It's a Japanese LA streetwear brand, which I love and adore. I spent maybe 6-7 years there. Like those were like some of my best years working with that company and just growing with the company, even learning different avenues. I'm not a publicist or PR by far, but I did get a chance to kind of mix and mingle from Playboy and, working with different artists and things of that nature. But as far as styling, I started out with Marissa Flores. She is Lil Wayne's stylist, and she styles a lot of Cash Money artists. So Marissa, I met her through Jorrich. She took me under her wings, and from there, like I was a student. Like she just showed me the ropes for a year, and after a year or so, I was just like, look, can would you be okay if I do this on my own? I feel like, I'm building clientele. People are starting to ask. And she was like, yeah, as long as when we call you, you're there. So.
All right, so kind of talk about what that's like to be a stylist, because some people may not even know. So kind of educate them on that.
Okay, so wardrobe styling is basically from your confidence level, what you're confident in and comfortable in. For me, it's kind of like I work with my artists. I will take each client in, find out what they like, what they don't like, and my job is to enhance their visuals, enhance like their personality. So when they step out in music videos, red carpets, television shows, movies, all of those things, when they're doing that, I'm the person behind that image, and I'm doing all the research and work. And of course, it's a tough job. Each client is not the same. And it's that back and forth between your creativity and their creativity. So again, you're always a student. Always.
And of course, think about what we just said a minute ago about how you want to get back to working with regular people.
It's not regular people.
Well, just people. Just with people in general.
Yeah.
So obviously, if you're working with someone who is just a person like you and me. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you give them you enhance their style. Especially when not used to that. That's going to mean a lot to them. When they look at themselves and they see themselves in a different light, and you've helped to unlock something that they didn't know that they was there. Because to be honest with you, if you had more time, I say maybe style me up a little bit.
Oh man, I will be back and forth. I just got a text from Dan on the way here, and he is the owner of Brick House. He said great things about you, how much you care for the community here, like how much of a positive role model you are for what you're doing here. So make a long story short, Dan is looking to have me back here, possibly a residency next month. I'll probably be traveling Monday through Thursday and back at Brick House on Friday and Saturday. But we're going to talk about that when that time comes.
Yeah, so we're kind of walking you through the timeline of the story.
Right. It's 10, actually it's 14 years. 14 years of history. So,
yeah, but we're doing this in about 30 minutes.
It down. Right.
All right, so now we're going to transition into DJing. So you started out modeling, and then you started doing styles. Fashion. Mm-hmm. And so obviously you're meeting more people, you're networking, establishing yourself more. So what gave you the itch to actually get into DJing, and how was that for you?
DJing, again, it started working with you guys. You minister like at the radio station, learning from y'all. Like honestly, that's where all of this started. I always knew I had a love and a passion for music. Mm-hmm. I listened to Alanis Morissette and I could turn on Lil Jon. You know what I'm saying? Like I was always versatile, but to be honest with you, those were the building blocks to where I am now. I learned and I trained with Bob Baga at Street Sounds in Los Angeles. He trained me on becoming a professional DJ for 4 years, and I kind of like just stepped out on the platform, and I'm working constantly to put myself out there. I just get so wrapped up with the wardrobe and fashion and, committed to clients and their needs. I just haven't been able to pour into this, but this is actually my first love, believe it or not.
And obviously I think our stories kind of parallel. So basically, the experiences, all the things that you did kind of brought you to this point. Cause like with me, going to college, becoming a school teacher, DJing parties. But I always wanted to start. Let me back up. With me, I always wanted to be a radio DJ. I wanted to be like you. I wanted to be on the air 5-6 days a week. And I did that, and I remember Mr. Sims, he said, have you ever thought about owning a station?
Wow.
And that scene was playing. I never thought about it. I'm like, I don't have that kind of money. But, he was actually willing to help me. We was going to actually go in, and I haven't really told the story to many people. We were actually going to go in as partners on trying to buy a station in Pine Bluff. Mm-hmm. He was gonna buy it and then basically hire me as his GM. I was going to move down there and run it as a minority partner. And as my equity built up, I would eventually buy him out. But God had other plans, and the opportunity came to start this from the ground up, and here we are. So,
not to cut you off, but God, I'm so glad that you brought that up. God is so important in this industry, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Amen to that. Amen. So definitely got to stay grounded. Gonna get ready to go into a break, and actually, let's go ahead and just get ready to go into this break now. But when we come back on the other side of the break, we're gonna talk about what's going down this weekend tonight at the Brick House. So if you're looking for something to do, it is going down. Holler at my guy, DJ Novastar. He's gonna make sure that you are right on the dance floor. And also, you see the owner, Dr. Dan Johnson. Tell him I said what's up as well. We'll be back in a little bit. This is Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. Alrighty.
I did not know I was going to go straight into it.
Oh, well, I mean,
jeez.
But it's been a while, so let me re-educate you.
What you said?
You know when that computer hit that mark.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna start when you sitting in that chair or not.
That is it.
No,
that's.
Oh, we still streaming, by the way.
Okay.
But we'll chop it up, privately after the stream go out.
Okay.
But yeah, so while we're waiting, just kind of tell a little bit about what they can expect tonight from the Brick House.
Brick House?
I'll crank the air up.
Cool. No, Brick House is going to be super dope. This is actually my second to third performance there. No, this is my third. Tonight is my third performance there. The crowd is always amazing. I love the fact that I could do open format DJing.
Because that means he can pretty much play whatever he wants, no matter
whatever.
He can play Alanis Morissette and Lil Jon.
Exactly, and I actually do that, and the crowd loves it. Like, I get so much love after the shows, and that means a lot to hear like their opinions and what they have to say, because of the simple fact, like, you're DJing and you're seeing the movement, but at the end of the night, it's kind of like that pat on the back. So I love that. I love Brick House. I love what they're doing, and hopefully be a part of it soon.
Yeah, I'm about to call Dan about a couple things. I may call him when you get up out of here.
Should. He just texted me about you. Like,
we got about 20 seconds, so
let's get it.
Yeah, he can get hot with all this equipment in here. So
I'm familiar with it.
And this is going to be real quick, maybe like about 2-3 minutes.
Okay.
So we're just going to kind of talk about the thing at the Brick House. I'm still getting used to this digital touchscreen board. All right, we're back on Community Conversation on KLK 102.5 FM with our guest, Jeremy Brown, also known as DJ Novastar. And of course, if you haven't been following along, you can go back on our Facebook and watch the interview. His story is very, very compelling. We honestly, if we had more time, could probably go about 2 or 3 hours on. But just had to kind of give you a little something. But tonight's going down at the Brick House, and he will be there tonight and tomorrow night. So just let folks know what they can expect from you.
You can expect positive energy, great vibes, bring a friend. Honestly, this is the first time my family is going to get a chance to come down, celebrate. Not only that, this is my mom's birthday weekend, so it makes it
happy birthday.
Special. Even more special.
So you're going to be there the whole time, 10 to 2, right?
10 to 2 each night, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So make sure you tell a friend to join in and come out.
Are you going to be in the venue, or are you going to be kind of like in the main part of the restaurant?
Main part.
Gotcha.
Main part, yeah.
Okay. So, while enjoying some New Orleans style food, you can enjoy some great music with my guy, DJ Novastar. All right, we got about a minute and a half left. Any shout-outs that you want to give?
Shout out to my family. Since I'm in such a humble moment, being home, doing interviews. I don't even do interviews, but because of you, like, it was mandatory. So just shout out to everybody that's coming out this weekend or supporting, watching online, and shout out to you. Thank you so much, Leganzi, for having me. Like, you have no idea, because I'm always working, I'm always doing things. My family don't understand, like, my industry. They only understand when they see me on TV or how much I'm getting paid. So at the end of the day, this means a lot to be here and to be able to express.
And we, like I said, definitely proud of you. And of course, the main reason why I want to bring you on is to inspire, to show people you can come from small town America and still have big dreams. You can go as far and as high as you want to. Just keep your faith in God. Stay prayed up. Don't give up on your dreams. And don't be afraid to bet on yourself and to gamble on yourself.
And be different.
Yep.
Oh,
Don't be afraid to be different. You're looking at 2 examples right here. So hopefully today's interviews inspired you. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of Community Conversations going out tonight, tomorrow night at the Brick House with my guy DJ Novastar. You guys have a great and blessed evening.
Make sure y'all come out.
This is KLK 102.5 FM. All right, let me get the stream stopped.